When you live in a small town, everyone knows where you've been and what you have done. I've been trying to leave this old town since I...
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I'm Zeta.
And I'm Kelly. And you're listening to
Two Sides and the Truth. Hey.
I tried to keep it together.
Where the fuck have we been?
I don't even know.
Listen, y'all. I'd like to say that I've been so busy doing all these important things, and I have not been busy doing important things, but I have been busy with not important things, which are important to other people, like maybe not me. So apparently having 4 kids and a significant other takes away all your...
It's a lot.
And father. Honestly, my dad's part of it too. And so we've been busy. So I did have to kind of, it wasn't Kelly's fault. It was mine. I was like, girl, I can't.
I didn't necessarily help, but...
I can't.
I was like, okay, yeah, we're good. But I think I did help because I reiterated to the fact of that it's okay.
Yeah.
It's totally okay. Life happens. Sometimes we don't even have a good reason to why we're not doing something. That's just the way it's going.
I never even posted on social media. We weren't recording. I never put anything out there. I got a few messages from
told her, I was like, it's okay.
Girl, where you at? And I was like,
I was like, we can just post. I'll post on Instagram and you can post that, we'll be back, that we've just been busy.
We didn't even post.
We didn't.
We didn't even post.
0 stars. 0 stars.
Yeah. No, I've been busy. And so between taking care of my dad and doing dad stuff and birthdays and all this other stuff, I just had a lot on my plate, and I just kind of felt like I needed to take care of the shit on my plate.
Sometimes you just got to hunker down and protect the fort.
And I never said anything to anyone in the house like, oh, we're not recording. I never even said anything. And finally, Rick the other day was like, do you still have a podcast?
Are you and Kelly still friends?
Where's Kelly? And I was like,
what happened?
I've just been busy with you.
Did Kelly die?
Yeah. Well, I try really hard. And, this episode, y'all, is literally us just talking about what the fuck we want to talk about. There is no rhyme or reason. There is no subject matter. It's whatever. When we say we prepared for this, I mean, we sat down and made a few notes, and she did and I did. And it's like my keywords are like, hang on, let me find one.
There's really so much ground to cover.
KitchenAid. One of them is KitchenAid. The other one is, I can't read because I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I can't even read that. Rick Fire. That's one of the other ones.
Oh, that one sounds like fun.
Oh, it was. And so, anyways, we're going to just shoot the shit.
Let's go.
We're going to call this the shoot the shit episode.
I need you to tell me some things. It's been so long. I don't even know these.
Yeah, I know. You don't either because we haven't seen each other. So, my 4th and final child turned 18. Woohoo. And it's all about him, except I made it all about me in my head. I mean, not verbally and not stealing his, it is all about him. But this is my first time in 27 years I'm not legally responsible for another human being. And that's crazy.
Welcome to the good life.
And I mean, I've been raising kids for 27 years. And am I still raising them? Yes.
Yeah.
Do they ever actually grow up? I don't know. But currently, I'm still housing children, and I am still taking care of lunch money, okay? So I'm still doing this shit. And, for example, he turned 18, so his therapy appointment today, because he's autistic, he has to see a therapist. Now they have a conversation now. I'm no longer have to be there and involved, and which is a big moment, you know?
It is.
But you have to fill out all additional paperwork as if you're the grown-up. And he was over the fuck whelmed.
Yeah, he was not the grown-up.
But he was
He's like, I don't want to be the grown-up.
But he was with his dad.
Oh, that really doesn't make a difference.
I got maybe 12 phone calls.
Just 12?
I was like, dude, between the two of y'all, you
Wait,
can't...
hold up. What's my middle name?
Right. I was like, between the two of y'all can't put together this information? Because, literally, that's the dad.
Right.
He was there when we were married. This was not by fly-by-night dad. And
who should my emergency contact be? I have no clue.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Let's call your mom. I don't know.
And I was like, I got to teach myself. This is a lesson for younger women. I did this to myself. I allowed weaponized incompetence, and now I'm dealing with literally junior and senior who I haven't been married to in a very long time. Help them get through this doctor's appointment initial. And Zoe was like, literally, I can do no more adulting after this. This was so much. It's literally filling out your paperwork for your first appointment. Like, do you have allergies?
Wow.
Is there anything you're allergic to?
Life's hard, man.
Who's your contact? So, there's that. And so I've been doing that. And that's really exciting. And so for his birthday, we go to, this is literally going to be all the fuck over the place. For his birthday, he says he wants to go to Omar's, which is a local restaurant. And we love Omar. And since Rick and I started dating, like right when we started dating, he started off like our host at the restaurant we used to go to, and then he became our waiter, and then he moved to another restaurant, but we went there for breakfast, so he became our breakfast waiter, and then he bought his own, he didn't just buy it, he started his own restaurant, and now he owns a restaurant, and he takes very good care of us. And he's young, he's awesome, we love Omar. And so Zoe wanted to go there for his birthday, we go. It's my kids, Rick, and obviously his daughter is my kid, so anytime I say my kids, that's one of them. And then my sister and her husband, so just family. And it was so much autism going on. Like, everybody was overstimulated, including myself. I'm not autistic. I was overstimulated. Rick was overstimulated. You looked around the table, and almost every fucking one of us was stimming. Like, we were overwhelmed. There was a lot of noise. There was a lot of people. There was a lot going on. They set us close to where, like, people go in and out of the kitchen, and they set Zoe and Zaylee, of all people, the closest to that. And that was a lot because we're coming in and out with the food, and whoo! And like as the dinner's going on, my sister would look at me and she was like, "You good?" I was like, "You good? You're not used to this," and it's overwhelming me. She's like, "Yeah, I'm fine because I know I get to go home." And then I look at Rick. I was like, "You good?" He's like, "I can't even hear y'all. I've just tuned y'all out. I just can't." It was so fucking overwhelming. I mean, Zoe had a great time. We had a great time. Omar's was great. There was no issue with anything other than the fact that we all get overstimulated. And so my kids, when they get overstimulated, start talking about weird shit. Mm-hmm. Like, we're weird people.
Yeah.
You know? And so not just them, me. Like, it's, I know where they got this shit. Not the autism, that's from their father. But the weirdness. And so Zoe's like my sister's like, "Hey, what do you want to do after graduation? What's your plan? Not your job and that kind of stuff, but like, what's your personal goals?" He was like, I want a girlfriend that I can make my wife. I'm going to start dating. I'm going to make this happen.
He's entering the love phase.
He went into straight, like, there were no fucking around. We're talking shit, okay?
That's serious.
Zaylee's over there bouncing and stimming because it's overwhelming. Her poor boyfriend, he's there, and we're a lot, and he just doesn't say a word.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's how people deal.
And no one else is ordering drinks. And Zoe, I told Zoe, because Rick was paying for everybody, I was like, "Listen, if you're going to drink, you have to pay for it. He's not buying drinks. He's buying dinner, but he's not buying drinks." And so Zoe's like, "Okay, I'll pay for myself." Okay. I'm going to have one margarita because, I did give birth to almost everyone at the table.
Give me one margarita, I'm open my
Nobody else is drinking. It's just my one margarita. Zoe got a mimosa. It was lunchtime. And so then we're in the middle of it, and I am overstimulated. Everybody's overstimulated. And they show up with another margarita. And I was like, "Who ordered this? I didn't order this." I look at Rick, "Did you order this?" "No, fuck no, I didn't order you that." Because I don't know if y'all know, I get mouthy when I drink too many margaritas. So I do. You think I'm mouthy now? Fuck, poor Rick, man. And so then I'm looking around, I'm joking with my sister and everybody. "Who ordered this?" No one. I look back at Omar, he's like, "I got you."
I ordered that.
He did. I was like, you see what's going on, apparently. And so, but it went really well. And the funniest part and the best part, other than the fact that it was my son's 18th birthday, is that we decided to go to Walmart and Target and H-E-B. Like, we were going shopping, and it was going to be Zoe, Madison, which is my stepdaughter, and Zoe and I, because Zaylee had to go to work. And Madison says, Zoe and Zoe had to go in the house real quick. We changed vehicles, whatever. We dropped Rick off. And it's just Madison and I waiting for them to come outside. And Madison turned to me and she was like, "That was so much fun." What? No, it wasn't. That was horrible. I was overstimulated. No.
Well, obviously she wasn't.
She said, "No, that was fun." I was like, "You had a good time." She was like, "I love being part of this family. This is the most family I've ever felt." And I teared up. That was like hard for me. That was a hard birthday parties for us is hard.
Yeah.
When you have autistic kids, it's a lot. It's as a mom, it's exhausting. And you don't really get to enjoy it because you got to spend the whole time making sure everybody's happy because one kid might get overstimulated and
Yeah.
So I was like, all right.
Well, that's good.
I know.
I'm happy.
That was my win of the day. Besides the fact that I feel like he had a really good birthday and everything, went good. But yeah, so we had a kid turn 18. We had Valentine's Day since the last time we talked. Valentine's Day, Rick asked me if I wanted money or flowers, and I get flowers every Sunday for him. So I said money.
Give me that money.
And then I took that money and I got a really good foot massage / pedicure, and then I went shopping with it because it was quite a bit of money. And then he did me right. He did me right.
That's good.
Now, what did y'all do for Valentine's?
Well, we celebrated our Valentine's early. We went to a little banquet thing at his cousin's church that they were putting on, and the kids did the waiters and stuff like that. It's for like a benefit kind of thing for the church. So we did that the weekend before because we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, but it's a great time for he always gives me money to get a tattoo. That's usually what I get for birthdays and for any kind of holiday. Anytime you get a gift, he's going to give me money for a tattoo. And so I went and got my tattoo, which I got baby girl across my knuckles, and I love it. And it turned out awesome. Of course, I went to the Tattoo Guild. And the same guy who did my naughty and nice on my knees, who did the script for that, he did my baby girl on my knuckles. And when she told me that she was booking me with him, I was so excited because he did such an amazing job on the script on my my naughty and nice that I was like, oh, yes. So thank you, Mr. Grouch.
So
You're amazing.
you wanted before you got there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. It was great. And so that's how I spent my Valentine's Day, is getting a tattoo. And so that was perfect. So I told Mr. Grouch he was actually my Valentine's date. And he was like, okay. And so he's like, well, tell your boyfriend. I said, thanks for sharing you with me. I was like, I will.
What did we do on actual Valentine's? I don't even remember what we did on.
It's been so long. It feels like it's been a month since Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I don't remember on actual Valentine's Day what. I know, I take it back. I made dinner. Rick had been in Houston and he came home, and I was like, let me just make you dinner. So, what's your favorite? And I made venison because,
That's his thing.
that's deer. He killed it.
You were showing him some love.
Girl, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm a good girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever I am.
All the things.
We don't know.
Friend.
Yeah.
All the things. You're good
all
at it.
the things, yeah.
But another fun thing is we're going to be into the month of March now, and that's my birthday month.
Yes.
I'm pretty excited about it. This is when I start blooming again, when I come out of my seasonal depression.
Yeah.
And I turn into a beautiful butterfly. So I'm really hoping that.
Is it actually on March 1st?
Yeah.
So we got 2 days from the time I record.
I'm literally about to be a butterfly.
All right. That's cool.
Well, let's hope. So I'm manifesting that real
Okay.
bad because that's what I need. So, because it starts to get a little bit warmer outside, so I can start going for my walks again. I can get more time outside. Like that really helps in and of itself, the warmer weather and what I get to wear, not having to always be bundled up and cold. Because the cold makes me want to punch.
The cold makes me sore because I tense up so much that then I'm sore about it.
I know. I do not like the cold. I mean, I do like the cold because I like that, like the time of year, and I actually like snow and that kind of thing. But just being
I like it.
cold,
I like for it to snow and me not have to go to work, but it be over by the time I go to bed.
Yeah, I do not like being
like cold. I want one day every few weeks, doing like one day. Like I don't even want it to be cold the day before or the day after. And in Texas, that's possible.
Yeah.
Because one day, about a week and a half ago, there was one day on a Saturday. It wasn't this Saturday, it was the Saturday before. Maybe this one too, but the Saturday before. I was wearing a sundress. I was wearing a sweater in the morning. I was wearing a sundress at lunchtime, and at dinner I needed a full snow boots.
Yeah, it's insane.
I was like, "What? They're trying to kill us."
I can't with this weather. But we press on. So I'm excited for March and my birthday month, and I don't have any plans necessarily for my birthday.
Right.
I've kind of just been coasting.
Winging it.
I usually get a tattoo, but this year I was thinking about actually, because I didn't have a birthday party or go out and do anything last year, so I might actually, and my birthday falls on a Saturday this year. So I'm like, I could actually do something and people would be able to show up, hopefully.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
And the whole butterfly thing.
That's always good to turn into a butterfly. I feel like I'm turning into a ratchety old man.
Well, there's that.
I'm angry. It's menopause.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you've seen, because you don't really do a social media thing, but anyone that's watched social media or listens to music like a lot, if you've heard Doechii, do you know who Doechii is? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Doechii.
I don't.
She's amazing. I highly recommend. And so she came out with this like song, a few songs, but like the last like 4 or 5 months I've been listening to her, and she's a rapper.
Okay.
You know, but and I don't listen to rap. But this bitch is amazing. She's a poet. Like, I love it. I love it. She's a showman. She's a poet. She's artsy. Like, she's not just a rapper. And she's kind of, to me, reminds me of like old school rap, like Missy Elliott, whatever.
Oh, nice.
And so now in my head, I'm a ratchety old woman. Like, my knee's hurting and I'm making a rap out of it in my head. And then I'm like empowered because I'm like in my head, I hear her and she's just like kind of empowering. And I'm serious. Like I hear her in my head all the time now. And I'm like, that's a bad bitch. That's a bad bitch that's getting in my head. And so literally this is what's laughing about is I'm at work today and my knee is hurting. My knee is hurting. I don't know why it's hurting. I'm just fucking old. Like I did not injure it.
Yeah, you just got an old knee.
It's just an old knee. It's just like, girl, calm down, lose a little weight. And I'm tired. I can't do this much. And I'm over here making a rap about it, and I'm singing it at work, and my coworker's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm rapping about my knee. And he was like, you are too old to be rapping about your bad knee.
Nope. Apparently not.
I was like, bitch, let me throw these lyrics down.
Start a movement.
And then, like the other day, Amy and Al and I are recording on Tuesday, and we're talking about stuff, and we started talking about the Bada Baby.
Bada bad baby.
Bad Baby. Do you know who Bad Baby is?
I do.
Yeah. So Danielle Catch Me Outside, and then Alabama Barker, and they're having like some kind of beef, and I'm all in it. I want all in it.
I need all the tea.
Why am I all in it?
What happened? What started it? Who said what?
Yeah. And then when the video released, and I was like, fuck yeah, man.
I need pictures of both of them side by side.
That's gas. No kidding. And so I'm watching it, and I'm like, why do I care so much? This is stupid. What is wrong with you? What is wrong?
You are starved for entertainment.
I am. And, but yeah, I am.
I'm sorry.
There's no
I'm
excuse.
sorry. I'm
There's
sorry
no
for that.
excuse. I will say, though, Little Miss Bada Bad Danielle.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. She's fucking talented, and she's a good lyricist, and she's more than just Catch Me Outside. And I just loved her. I was like, this bitch don't play.
Well, she is or her team is.
She dragged her. It's not right. It was a little mean. I don't know if it's all true, but it was well done.
I believe half of what people say, and
Well, that's why I had to laugh at myself because I was
really
like,
less than half.
I was like, you're too old to be involved in rap battles. This is my second rap battle in a month.
It's just making you feel alive again.
Yes, because this is my second rap battle in a month to be really involved in, and I don't listen to rap, y'all. If you can't tell,
of the two of us, who would you think that would be interested in a rap battle?
You.
I know.
What the fuck's wrong with me? How old am I? What's wrong with me?
I don't even know half the people you're talking about.
Listen, I'm gonna blame it on menopause.
Let's do it.
Why not?
Let's do it.
And while we're on the subject of menopause, because we're gonna talk about whatever the fuck we want, this bitch's body turned on her. Because I thought I was in the home stretch. Listen, y'all, I have had a hell of a fucking time with menopause. If you haven't guessed by the 20 episodes about menopause we've had. But hell of a fucking time. But the last few months, I'm going 3 months between periods, and that has been wonderful. And it makes the bad week I have okay if I can go 3 months without another one, you know? No. I just had to start on the day of my birthday party and had about 5 days of hell. And then it ends. And my birthday party was on like February 1st, okay? So here, as of like February 21st, I started again.
You got a bonus period.
And this bitch was extra powerful.
Oh my
She had superpowers.
She's coming with a vengeance.
I hate her.
Oh, I know.
I am yelling at my vagina in the bathroom to stop. And I had to call it from work. I couldn't go to work one day because I couldn't leave my house. What the fuck? And then the day I couldn't leave the house, someone I went to high school with that was a year younger than me posted, and she was like, girls, I gotta hand it to you. I'm just now experiencing this bullshit. I'm self-diagnosing menopause, and this fucking shit sucks. It sucks. It sucks. I've been through a lot of fucking shit in my life, okay? I grew up in the 70s and 80s. I lived on fucking communes. I've lived with rednecks. I have done it all. And this fucking shit is the worst. It's not worse than the marriage. But everything else, it is worse. and my body turned on me, and I've been cussing about it a lot.
So rude.
Yeah.
That's the deepest cut is when it's your own body.
I
just
know. She betrayed
turning
me.
against
She
you.
betrayed me.
Like, what are
after-
you supposed to do?
Well, then I started thinking about the shit I've done to her. And I was like,
Okay.
golly.
I see what you did there. I'm going to start being nicer to myself right now.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, when I say we're talking random
I'm really
shit,
hoping that I'm one of those lucky women who just like wake up and
like my aunt,
it's
when I
over.
asked her for advice, and she goes, I don't know, I woke up one day and it was gone.
Please, I'm manifesting this shit out of that.
I'm manifesting
I'm pretty sure
it
I'm not a good enough person
for
for that
you.
to happen to me, but let's just hope.
Yeah, I
Hope
know.
and pray. I'm changing my ways today.
I will say, so Mary and Erica and Shelby and I like had a random get together the other night. Like it was out of the blue. You're free like in an hour? I'm free like an hour. Let's get together. We get together, right? And Mary takes a picture of us together, and it's kind of a birthday thing for Erica, but
Yeah.
it wasn't because we didn't plan it. But like, had we planned something, that would have been it. And it's just the four of us, and we take a picture of just Mary and I together. We don't take any pictures of the group; just the two of us take a picture together. And we're like, oh, we'll take pictures, and we didn't do it. Anyways, so Mary's dating this guy that we went to high school with. And it was like if you're my age, the Jordan Cannellani of like our high school. Like he was the boy everybody was in love with, but he only went there for one semester. Oh. And it was a small town of country boys, and this boy was not a country boy, and everybody was in love with him. Anyways, Mary's now dating him. We're 51. She's 51. She just started dating him 6 months ago. We were in love with him in high school, so put that in perspective. And everything's going great, whatever. She takes a picture. She shows, oh, yeah, I met the girls, da-da-da-da, and shows a picture of the two of us. And she was like, and so we're on the phone a few days later, and she was like, yeah. And he said, how good you looked for your age. And I started laughing. I go, Mary, you and him are older than me. She was like, fuck. I guess we look good for our age, too. I was like, girl, we're all 50. What are you talking about? Y'all are 51. I think he's 52. I'm not positive, but I think.
The fact is, y'all all just look good, okay?
I don't know about that, but I
just look
laugh
good.
because in her head, in his head, I'm old. He's older than me. But I did laugh about that. I was like, that's fucking ridiculous. How old are we? We forget. When, you hang out with the same people you went to high school with, you kind of just forget you're our age. Yeah. I don't know how else to
I
put it.
usually just forget about age, period. So
It does happen. But when you get older, it's kind of something slapping you in the face. Like when your knee stops working.
Yeah.
Or you get
or
random
when
periods.
you physically can see such a change when you're looking in the mirror. Like, I can understand that. Like, if I woke up tomorrow and I was 50 years old, 30 years
My
old,
age.
30 years older than I am now, I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's shocking.
Yeah.
But I just mean in regards to like talking to people and everything, like I just never think about it. It just doesn't cross my mind like to think about how old they are and how much older they are than me, and like.
But when
it
it's
just doesn't.
yourself, you do, because it's yourself and you realize it. I mean, it's hard not to when it's you. The other day.
I try not to though. Like I try not to ever focus on it.
I mean,
like,
it's hard
I try
as
not
you
to
get
even.
older, you
That's
have
one of the
to.
reasons why. Like I try not to ever even look back on things. One of the things I don't have Facebook anymore because I hate. Like I know most people love the memory
memories.
things. I do not.
You don't
I don't
forget.
like. That's why most of the time I like break phones, delete phones, delete things off my phone. I don't keep pictures because. I just don't have a connection to it like that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons is because I don't want to see the progression of time.
Yeah.
So it's like I blind myself to
See,
it.
I don't mind all that. That doesn't, and I don't mind aging. I mean, like I'm good with my gray hair. I'm good with my wrinkles. I don't want Botox. I don't want to take drugs
don't
to
either.
lose weight.
I'm happy with my 4 gray hairs that I have now. I was pretty excited. I
Were
used to
you?
only have 1, and the other day I went through and counted them, and I have 4 now. So I have like 3 new ones because I've had since I was a kid.
Well, now
it was
when
one white hair.
Now when I fix my hair, I realize there's a lot of gray, and I like it.
I do too.
And I'm just like, no, this is cool. I'm fine with this. If I could just go all gray overnight, that'd be awesome. Would it age me? Definitely. Do I care? Definitely not. And the other day, Rick and I'm in the garage, and Rick is outside, and I'm in the middle of a texting conversation of a group text with the same girls I had dinner with. So, and it might have been the day before or the day after we went to dinner. I'm not sure. And Rick is burning some wood because he chopped down a tree, man shit. And he's burning some wood. And he's just standing there looking at the wood, like looking at the fire he built burn. And like, he's not doing anything. And I take a picture of it and I send it to the group text. And I'm like, y'all, if I was 20, I'd be getting pregnant all the fuck over the place right now. Do you see this manly shit? Something about a man with a fire.
We popping out babies.
What is wrong with me? I am too old to be looking at a man undressing him. My man. Which is a wonderful place to be when you undress your own man.
Oh, yeah.
Would I like to put tape over his mouth sometimes? Yes.
That's fine. That's okay.
But I will undress that motherfucker. I'm going to tell you right now.
That's a kink. Hey, that's a kink to some people. Some people like that.
Yeah.
I would love to just put. I told Dante something about that the other day. I missed him, how much I missed him because I hadn't seen him in so long. And then he was laying there just like picking at me and giving me a hard time. And I was like, okay, now I remember why I don't need to miss you. He's like, really already? I was like, yeah, that quick. You open your mouth and start talking. And then I'm like, yeah, maybe another week would be fine.
Yeah. You go back.
I'm just kidding. He's amazing. But he is a butt.
That is one thing on backtracking to the whole holiday. I guess it wasn't technically a Valentine's thing. It was the day before Valentine's, I think. But I think it was the day before Valentine's, but I could be wrong. Anyways, Rick and I went to San Saba and Llano because just for the day. Like literally didn't stay the night. We just got up early. We went for the day, spent the day together. And he wanted to go feed the horses and check on his deer shit and like kill pigs. I don't know.
Sounds like fun.
So he did in fact kill pigs. We did in fact check on the horses. We also did other stuff. But the funny part was the fucking horses. Because we get there, Rick's horse Marie is in love with Rick and does not like me. And yeah. And so he's like, take my picture with Marie. I want some pictures of me and Marie. And I'm like, okay, because he never asked me to take pictures. I'm like, okay. And he's over there feeding Marie, whatever. And I kind of like get closer so I can get a better picture. And Marie, I have the pictures of Marie and I as we're doing this. And it's like her being happy to see him. And like she's feeding him and everything's wonderful. And then she sees me out of the corner of her eye. Because I'm just taking picture. And then she sees me out of the corner of her eye. And it's like, bitch.
I see you.
And then she gives me a fucking stanka. And then she won't look at Rick. And Rick's like trying to like hug on her and kiss on her. And she wants none of it. She's an ass.
She's like, you brought your other woman with you.
Yeah. And Rick's like, get back in the truck. Get back. She doesn't want this. I had to get
abort
back
mission.
Yes. I had to get back in the fucking truck because the horse was upset.
That's funny.
So we did that. He took care of whatever. We stopped and saw Bonnie. And then we went to the next ranch and where he does his other hunting, which is also, out there in Llano. And we do that and we kill pigs. I see a porcupine. I get within about a foot of a porcupine and see it and get pictures. We saw turkeys. We saw everything. We had such a good day and we did nothing but drive around the ranches. He went hunting for rocks with me for like an hour and a half. Oh. Did not complain one time as I picked up rocks. I was hoping to find an arrowhead. I did not. We went to Cooper's Barbecue, which is famous barbecue place in Llano, Texas, if you haven't been. It was delicious, but not as good as Rick's. And I'm not joking. I just can't help it. And then he let me go to Harry's and look. And if I wanted something, he would have bought it. But I didn't find anything jumping out at me I had to have. And then we stopped at my mom's grave and we dropped off the rocks and visited with my mom and saw goats. Like we saw every fucking animal you could possibly see. And then headed home. We had such a good day. We had just us two chilling. It was a good day. And this is why I haven't been recording. Because sometimes you need to take those days and just have a good day.
You really do.
Because that was not planned. That was a spur of the minute like thing that I just did. And so I guess that was kind of my Valentine's, but it wasn't because it was really the day before Valentine's.
Wow.
But
that just goes where any day can be Valentine's Day. It's just your state of mind.
Oh, I could tell how happy he was. Like we just had it was a really good day.
It's good to take the time to be present in your life like that and make conscious decisions that are going to bring memories that you will remember and bring
moments,
happiness to your life.
Yeah,
I mean, because if you don't take the time, if you think to yourself, oh, well, that's a lot of work to just go out there for the day, and then we have to come back. And sometimes you'll talk yourself out of the memories that you should be making.
Talked myself out of it, and then I was like, no, he wants me to go. I'm going, and I was so glad I went. But I thought he was joking when he said we were getting up at 4. Bitch woke me up at 4.
It was not.
And I'd automatically wake up about 4:30. But come on, it's Saturday. And it was like, you can sleep in the truck. I can't sleep in a truck. I don't sleep in trucks. I talk. So I didn't sleep in the truck, but it was lovely. We had a good time. Yeah.
I'm very happy for you.
Thank you very much. And I was supposed to, for my birthday, he got me a KitchenAid mixer, which I don't remember if we talked about this on here or not, but he gave me the money to go order my own KitchenAid mixer, and I researched it and got the right one and the right size. And I'm so excited about it because I love to cook. And that's a fucking expensive-ass mixer. Like, it's no joke. That's a big purchase. So I really researched it. And I decided to buy it directly from KitchenAid because I thought, like, it's KitchenAid. My warranty, they'll approve of my purchase. Like, this is going to make things easier. No, girl. It showed up maybe 8 days after it was supposed to, so it was super late. Shows up, it's damaged. It's got a big-ass scratch. And I'm like, okay, I got to send it back. So I contacted them to send it back. They're like, oh, you can't just do this on the computer because it's a damage issue. You have to call us. Great. I call them. They're like, we need the serial number on it. I said, okay, well, I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah.
Like, I have my order number. No, we need the serial number. Okay, I'll call you back. I go get it. I pull it out to get the serial number. I call them back at the serial number. Oh, we didn't need the serial number, just the order number.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm like, girl, I'm just trying to get this shit back to you.
Take this, please.
And they were like, okay, we will send you an email with the tracking, with your like new label to return it. It'll take 3 to 4 days to get the label. Okay. I finally get the label.
I'd be like, go ahead and send another one. And I shouldn't have to wait.
No, I'm not
That's
buying
what I'm saying.
from them.
I should not have to wait.
Listen, they wanted to exchange it, and I was like, I don't want anything else from y'all.
Oh, you're fed up.
Yeah, you've disappointed
Like,
me. Do I still want the mixer? Yes. Will I go buy it somewhere else? Yes, because at least I can just walk in a store and inspect it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and see that it's good.
So I was like, no, I'm just going to return it. So they were like, okay, well, in 2 to 3 days, you'll get your return label. And once we receive it, you'll get your returned money in 6 weeks.
What?
6 weeks.
That's insane.
This is like a $400-something mixer. This is like after tax, like $500 mixer.
That's insane.
This was my birthday
It could
present.
not be worse customer
that
service.
I ordered January 21st. I still don't have a mixer. And but Rick was, as usual, awesome. And Rick's like, just fucking return it, and here's more money. Just go buy one. Just be happy and just go buy one. And so, I haven't done that yet because I'm still mad. But every time every time it had come up, I was like, I don't want to talk about the fucking mixer. Like, it's made me so mad. I was so excited about this mixer, and then on KitchenAid, every time their ad, because they hear me talking about it, so their ad pops up on Facebook, and every time it pops up, I'm like, yeah, I'm not happy with y'all.
Dang you, KitchenAid.
We are so happy to hear that.
Sorry.
And the guy, when I called him about the return, and I was like, I'm just really disappointed in y'all. Like, I feel like everything I've done is, like, I went through y'all thinking I was going to get better service. I could have gotten a better deal, and I chose to pay more for better service, and I'm getting horrible service. He was like, sorry about that.
Oh, my gosh.
Is there anything else I can do for you? And I was like, if there was, would you do it?
Right?
He said, nope. And I said, obviously.
Yeah. See, we see.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I'm not a big fan of KitchenAid.
Well, I wasn't planning on getting anything for KitchenAid, but definitely not now.
I'm still getting one because the bitch wants a mixer.
I'm not doing it.
But am I going to buy it directly from them? No. But I am because I've researched them, and it's the best fucking mixer. They're just customer service.
That's what I'm saying. They know that they can be like that because
Yeah.
they've monopolized the market.
They have assholes for being the only one good at it.
Wow.
There's other ones that are okay, but when you spend that much money, you want to make sure you get one that's going to last you for a long time.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. Anything else we need to?
Well, I have a little bit of exciting news, I guess. Well, I'm finally starting so I've wanted to get into audiobooks for a while. Obviously, I listen to audiobooks all the time. That's how I pretty much read books. I do like having books in my hand and turning the pages and actually reading a book. That's very therapeutic. But most of the time when I'm listening to books, I listen to them when I want to read a book because
it's easier if
so
you're driving
I have
a lot
always
or something.
wanted to get into audiobooks because it is just, I think that it's interesting and I've wanted to do it. So I am starting to practice on one of my brother's books. My brother is an author that he's just now starting to get his books published. And so with his very first book that he's going to be publishing, he wants me to do the audiobook for
Yeah.
it. So I'm really excited to start playing around with it and get this audiobook done for him.
Yeah.
And it's going to be coming out. So another thing is my aunt started, so we have a publishing company in our family now because my aunt started a publishing company, and so it's Warner Publishing, and so she's going to be publishing my brother's first book,
Okay.
and I'm going to be doing the audiobook. So we're all keeping it all in the family, and I'm pretty excited about it. So
Yeah.
I will let y'all know as how that kind of progresses,
Yeah.
and once the book comes out, I'll definitely drop the
Yeah.
book so that people can check it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Zoe and I had an idea about, okay, so in Texas Monthly, the magazine, they tell you if you have anything you want a story you want to tell, to reach out to them. And they tell you what to do. Like, you need to send this many words or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Zoe and I have a really good story idea. And I'm not going to tell it. Not that anyone else could tell it, because you'd have to actually live the life. But it is a lot about, like, me and my mom and Zoe and, like, a certain Texas part, And so we have started working on our story, and her and I are going to
Nice.
write it together, and we're going to submit it. And will it be accepted?
Never know.
Probably not, but maybe. But the point is, we tried.
Yeah.
And if it did get accepted as a Texan, that's a big deal
Yeah.
as a Texan to be in Texas Monthly. So we're going to try. We're going to shoot. Why not? Anything's
Right.
possible. I've done a
So
lot of
is.
weird shit in my older age that have worked out, i.e. podcasts. I don't know.
I have very much held myself back from so many things that I have wanted to do in my life simply because I'm like, will I do it good enough?
Yeah.
And that should never be.
My thing
the
is, how do you
first
do
thing.
it? And am I going to take the time to
Yeah.
do it? Because I always want to do other things.
It should never be the first thing that you're thinking about when it's something you want to do, is talking yourself out of it. And that's what we do as humans. But to think, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this well enough. Nobody could do it as well as you can.
Yeah.
Could you do it as well as somebody else? I don't know. Like, you don't have to you don't have to have the standards of, somebody else is so much better at this, because they can't do what you can do. They're
Right.
not you. So you
Right.
have no idea what you could bring to the table if you
Right.
don't show up with
Well, and that's what
anything.
Zoe said. She was like, between the two of us together, we
Yeah,
got
you
this.
gotta show up for things.
I love the fact that she wants to tell the story, because it's really more my story. But I love the fact that she loves the story so much she wants to tell it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, this is awesome. Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So we'll see
I'm
what happens.
very excited, and this is something that has definitely motivated me to do more of the things that I've always wanted to do, and get out of my shell. And I've talked about it with my therapist as well, because right now my brother's going through, because he already has the book written, but he's going through just doing final checks, and he's been sending me chapters as he gets them done. So he gave me the first 3, and I read through them, and he hadn't gotten to the next one because he went on vacation. And I was messaging him like, I need the next chapter.
Yeah, what's going on?
And so I'm like, I guess that's a pretty good inclination of how your book is, because I'm like, I want to know what happens next. Hurry up and proofread those chapters and send it to me. So I'm very excited, and I'm excited because I've been starting to just practice reading them aloud to myself to get familiar with them, and to just think there's this whole other world that I can open up to myself and for my creativity and dive into that haven't even
I love
scratched the
that.
surface on.
Like my friend Jennifer that wrote the book, and we talked about her book, and read it and everything. I love when women or men, whatever, you chase your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, when you're younger, I'm not going to say it's easier to chase your dreams, because it's not. Because sometimes you just got to be able to eat, and you got to work to eat. But once you get older and you have kids, or you just, you have other things on your plate, it gets really hard to chase a dream.
It does.
And I love when people do it. I love it,
I do too.
and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it's never too late. And literally, if you're a listener and you're sitting at home and you're like, I always want to learn to paint, do it. Or I've always wanted to write a story. Or I've always wanted to learn how to do carpentry. Or whatever your fucking shit is you want to do it. And I've spent the last 10 years of my life doing it. The last 10 years, when I've thought to myself, I want to try this, I've done it. And it's worked out for me. And some do and some don't. Some stick and some don't stick. And some work out and some don't. Yeah. But I just don't want to die with regrets. Yeah. And I don't want to die not having tried. And I kind of want to leave something for my kids to hang on to. And they'll be like, oh, Mom, if it's my stories, or if it's, whatever it is that they're learning from it. And so I love that.
I do too.
Yeah, so
I'm very excited for
keep going, and then maybe someday you'll just sit here and talk shit, and and people will listen, because we're not fucking talking about shit, but we are.
Well, we are.
Yeah, so y'all are caught up.
Yeah, really.
You got anything else? Is there anything else we're not caught up on? What's
The only
going
other
on?
thing, since we recorded, I do not have Snapchat any longer. My Snapchat got hacked, and so
Oh, yeah,
there was
that's
too
right.
much going on with it. So I didn't even like Snapchat anyway. So I was like, this is, and there was too many people on there now because there were too many people following. So I just deleted it because that's what I do when my social medias get too
Blows
much
up,
for me.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, delete. So
Yeah.
I just deleted it. So if you were following me on Snapchat, I'm sorry, I'm not there anymore. But I still have my Instagram. If you have Instagram, I'm Kelly Lady Pearl on Instagram. And obviously, I still have the podcast Instagram. I don't know 100% that I'm going to keep my personal Instagram because I deactivated it and I was going to delete it as well. But then I remembered there's a couple of really important people that I actually needed their contact information over there. So I reactivated it so I could do that. And now I'm in the in between of, do I go ahead and delete this or am I going to keep it? Because I kind of wanted to just wipe out social media. I know it is a very helpful tool and most people need it, but I don't. And so,
I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't either. And I've talked to some of my friends because I haven't had Facebook in over a decade. I keep my Instagram, but I don't really do much with it. And so I don't know. And it's a kind of a distraction for me. And I don't like being distracted by social media or electronics, period.
Well, it just encourages me to be assholes to people, so it's not always good that I'm on it. Because I'm like, I just can't. You look stupid right now.
Yeah.
On the Busted page, which is our local page for people that have been arrested, this cute little 18-year-old girl's mugshot popped up there today. And she was smiling. She had great teeth. She's a cute girl. I don't know why she got arrested because they didn't even have a charge up there. I don't know why. But bless her heart, something happened, okay? And one of the first comments was a woman that was older than me who was like, you should see a dentist. I didn't even see anything wrong with her teeth. I don't know. But regardless, fuck you, bitch.
Right.
Kick someone while they're down.
That's-
It didn't
that's
even say what their
right.
charges were. Okay, if
Yeah.
you were a molester or a murderer, whatever. But we don't even know that she literally just had a ticket she didn't pay. Yeah. And you're just you're a 50-something-year-old woman talking shit about an 18-year-old girl's teeth. Right. As if at 18 she had control over that. Because at that point her parents really controlled that more. Mm-hmm. Fuck, man.
There's a lot to unload there, and that's just sad.
I wanted to
That's
find
just
her
sad.
and beat her fucking ass. And so instead I was like, you're a grown woman? You're a grown woman? The fuck's wrong with you? It took every inch of me not to be like, your fucking mom must be a cunt too. Because that's where my mind goes.
Just 0 to 50
I
real
want to
quick.
fucking beat your ass because of menopause.
I'm sorry.
I'm
What am I
instantly
going to do?
This bitch is old enough to know better than to be a fucking mean girl from high school at our age.
But that is social media for you, though.
And I wanna
That
beat
is-
her ass.
And that's another reason that I don't like other people being able to elicit any kind of negative feelings out of me.
But this poor
And
girl
that
wasn't
is
on social media. It was
no,
her
but I'm just
mugshot.
talking about that's what social media.
Yeah.
That such a big part of it is people commenting, and
Yeah.
it is the worst of the worst. And people are
Yeah.
going to say what they want to say because they have the veil of privacy.
So I like
because
to think of myself as a vigilante, and I like to be a bigger cunt.
no, we'll see. Okay.
I'll out cunt you.
That's your life.
And it might not be that I'm actually
not
being
mine.
rude. It might be that I'm so sweet. I know how to turn it. So
But
then
the thing is,
I'm
that
not
is
turn
why
it.
people say negative things. They're trying to stir the pot. So all you're
Yeah.
doing is they're doing exactly what you want them
That's
to do.
valid. That's valid. But I always creep to see if they're first. I want to see if they're just a fake person, or if they're a real person. And it's when they're a real person, I'm like, bitch, that's your grandkid in the picture with you that you post and tag everywhere. And then you're saying this. And, I just want to employ people to think, employ, the word for it. Employ people to think about your age. Mm-hmm. And there is no reason to be rude about people's looks at any age. But you do get to an age where you know better. And no offense, we're not getting better looking. Sometimes I think people are talking from in their head, they still look like they did when they were 25, and you don't.
Yeah, you don't.
And if you do, it took a lot of money to get you there. God didn't give you that, typically.
Yeah.
And so I'm just I can't imagine being that hateful person.
Well, the thing is, the people who are spreading the hate, who are doing those things, they already know what a piece of crap they are.
do that?
I guarantee you most of them do. That's why it's happening.
Yeah.
They have to get that all out because they know they're a piece of crap. And when you're a piece of crap, what's going to come out? Crap.
Yeah.
That's what comes out. It's crap. They know they're pieces of crap. They know that's all they have to offer.
And these poor kids.
they're just dead people. And also that's all they can do is go on social media and spread this and because that's the only life that they have
That's
left.
their mean girl life.
That's their only life.
And it's really sad because we got kids like my kids that are younger, and I mean they're adults now, but they're younger, and it's literally all they've ever known is social media, and it makes me sad because I'm gonna tell you that the 70s, 80s, 90s, the no social media life. Like I saw this, I saw this video, and this guy, and I think it's his coworker who's much younger, and the guy's like a little younger than me, and the coworker said he was born in 2003, and he was like kind of trying to like burn the older guy, and he was like, how were the 80s and 90s? And he was like, man,
the best.
Awesome. And he was like, and I really feel sorry for you because like, that day where it's like a snow day and you wake up and you're like, snow day, I don't have to go to school, I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to be comfy in my house, or I'm going to play outside with my friends, but it's all fun. He was like, that was every day of the 80s and 90s. It was just fun. And I thought, it really was. Mm-hmm. And we need to figure out a way to make it fun for our youth.
I just don't. We're so far disconnected. It's so hard to even think that it could happen. I've told that to someone before. But I was like, because I could never go back go to school right now, go to high school right now. I could never be a teenager right now. There's no way I would make it through. Yeah. I got out on like the tail end of things because yes, the cell phone came around when I was like a teenager.
And that was a game changer.
It really was, but social media wasn't to the point where it is, obviously. So it was still, I was able to be disconnected enough to where now I have the ability to distance myself from it. I can put my phone down. I cannot have it. I cannot have social media and be okay. There are such a big part of the generation now that cannot. They cannot disconnect.
They cannot. Though, I think anything is possible, and I could see them, things change, and I could see them in a few years being like, you know what, we're all disconnecting. I could see them all go full disconnect.
Just go on a riot.
Yeah, because currently
that could happen
on TikTok. You have your
they'd
trends.
have to tell everybody about how it's going, though, so they just wouldn't be able to.
Anything is possible. Well, it just starts with that. But I want to tell you, this is kind of on the subject and kind of off. But TikTok goes through trends, and it's like this is what we're doing right now. The current little trend is there's bush TikTok, where women are growing a bush out again, and they're not doing all that extra stuff. And I thought, that is so fucking funny because suddenly all these women are like, hell yeah, I'm going full bush. I'm going full bush. And then the guys are like, hell yeah, she was full bush. I like the full bush. That was crazy. As if it's like this wild idea. And I thought how funny it was that they think they're revolutionizing the world because they're all finally accepting full bush.
They're accepting the way like women literally are made.
And I thought that was really funny.
Did you ever think that a woman could be like this?
I have to laugh every time, no matter the age of the person, because a lot of them are women being like, hell yeah. And I'm thinking, you needed other people to tell you it was cool.
Right.
Like, you be whatever the fuck you want to be.
I literally do whatever I want.
Yeah.
All the time. Y'all didn't know that you could do that?
But the moral is anything is possible. Just like eyebrows change.
I'm going to be a positive little butterfly because that's what I'm morphing into. And I'm going to say you are totally right. But I also kind of hope that like a thing that comes and that wipes out, internet happens too.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Would it hurt us a little bit? Yeah, that's okay. If we could,
we would go back like 500 years, but that's all right. That's all right. We're good.
We're kind of doing that right now.
Who needs technology? Who needs
you know what? The internet right now is the biggest problem we have. So I wouldn't have a problem with it going away. I would be just fine. I would be just fine. I would just light more fires. I would cook more. I would work out more. I would talk more to my children. I don't think it's a negative thing.
I don't either. I'm watching this new series, Paradise. Me and Dante watched it together.
Everybody's watching it.
I know, it's amazing, and you should watch it. That's coming from me, and I don't watch things. Okay, you should watch it.
Amy and Al, the podcast we just recorded, this was our conversation.
Okay, so the last episode, it talks about how the president has the ability to make an EMP that takes out all electronics. So it's like all electronics. So that's like anything that runs off of electricity. And I wouldn't exactly take it to that point, because like there are really good things that, we need for electronics, like keeping people alive and like all the life-saving things. Like that's really good. But if there was a way that just like social media and like that part of it, like
I'd be pro that.
If like you're not, that would ruin, like, I understand like a lot of people, like what they do for their work and their lives, but I think would be a good thing though.
I do too. And unfortunately, that's a hard thing to take back. We opened up Pandora's box.
I know. And that's what I'm saying. There's no going back, really. I mean, there is, but it would kind of have to be taken out of our hands.
Yeah.
Kind of
My goal is, by the time that I hit about 60, is to be as off-grid as possible, including social media. Like, I feel like I'm giving myself like 10 more years to really just be normal, and then I want to go full like wild, gray, wiry hair. Rapping for sure. Definitely. I'm going to be rapping. I'm beatboxing. Like, definitely. I thought that was a given. I would say I'm riding horses, but there's a good chance I'll break a hip, so maybe not. I'll be like looking for rocks half my day.
Yeah.
I might have to find my own water source. That's fine. That's fine.
That's all good.
So that's my goal.
I love it.
Is everybody caught up?
Yeah. So if you don't see me on social media anymore, I'm sorry.
No. And we'll record again next week. Happy to be here.
We're happy you're here.
Same. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for joining us. Maybe come back next week and bring a friend.
Yeah. And remember, there's always 3 sides to every story.
2 sides and the truth.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.